Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, light warriors, old souls, and evolving beings. Are you going into a state of hypnosis and bliss now that you've gotten used to my voice? I'm laughing at the responses to the hypnosis meditation tape. How wonderful. I wanted to talk a little bit today about how to step down your game and step up your light, because all of us are in this crazy spiritual tug of war. It's happening on a universal level, or actually in our universe. And it is something that then trickles down all the way to each individual. But the beauty of the mirror reflection is that the minute that you get to a 0 point, calmness, bliss, acceptance, love, joy, enlightenment, all of a sudden, everything calms down. And there is no more of this drama or the trauma on a personal level, which reflects back in the universe. Which, as I've explained, since there truly is no time, the time is now to get your spiritual tug of war in a state of calm. So I want you to think of that rope, right? And right in the middle point, the center point, you have these things that are going on. Let's call it angel devil in our mind. One's on one side, one's on the other. Some days we're wandering along and our angels are so heavy that we're just light, 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 light. It's totally tugged. And the rope is about to make it over the middle point to pure light. And then all of a sudden, could be within seconds or minutes or days, oh, there's nothing but dark. You listen to the news, or you're waiting for an event, or you think that somebody is going to come in and step up and finally claim justice. So you go to the dark side, and the rope gets pulled all the way over, and it's just about to take away all the light, and poof, something happens. These are mental matrix games that you are playing with yourself. And there's no need to have them any longer. What happens if you walked right to the middle of that rope, picked it up, held it high, and said, I'm going to rise above? Both the ends would fall away, and there would never, ever, ever be any type of fight again internally, which means that your external world is going to change automatically because you've stepped up your light and you've stopped playing the games that you think you expect or others expect of you. And this is what is so crucial. There will always be light, and there will always be equal darkness. The brighter the light you hold, the greater the darkness you've seen. And that has to be integrated on each side until you come to this beautiful little center point that basically portals you into an entirely different place. So that a minute the trigger happens or something happens, you literally bring yourself right to 0 point bliss. And you stop yourself from bipolarity that happens so often on the earth plane, especially to those who are unaware. They don't realize that they are playing the game of the matrix and not living in the higher self, calling in the universe, calling in their spirit team. It is up to each and every one of you to start to integrate each of the sides so that you can come to the middle. You do that by forgiving yourself and constantly moving yourself into the now moment. And in that now moment, you bring joy. So let's say you've had some really hard news. You just learned that your best friend died. The amount of mourning that you're going through is intense. You're feeling it. You have lost an incredible loved one. Now, yes, you need to stay and mourn in that level for a period of time. Totally understood. Feel the emotions, because burying them doesn't resolve anything either. But as you start to move through the emotions of the loss, you start to integrate the gain, which is, wow, you're even closer to having more spiritual beings to guide you, to see life from a different perspective. Pop down there, signs and synchronicities. And as you integrate and understand the fact that we all have soul contracts, we came in here to experience different things, you can start to let go of why perhaps you had so much trauma while the person next to you seems to be just breezing along. Don't compare yourself. As I said in one of my videos, comparing yourself will do nothing but pull you down. So as you think of what brings you joy and what feels hard and like drudgery, start to really focus on those things that do bring you fun, even exploring things you've never done before. So you know how we were taught for so many years in marketing, you got to go out, you got to step up your game, you have to always be on point, on target, you have to be perfect, you have to have this certain look so that you're accepted. All of those false identities are breaking down. And your true authentic self can start to come out. Because what's happening is we are starting to recognize each other by their light, by their soul, by their feeling. Soon, if we keep expanding, it will pull us off of judging even what other beings look like. Therefore, it really won't matter if you're pink, you're purple, you're blue, you're black, you have 10 heads, which we will have to expand to in order to accept our multidimensional beings and our galactic brothers and sisters. The only way we can get to that point is by letting go of judgment, accepting ourselves in our perfect imperfection, stopping our internal spiritual tug of war, which literally stops the external tug of war. Because if you do not allow negative entity attachments, because you're protecting yourself, you're saving yourself, you're doing what you need to do, no one can touch you. The game over. Game over. It's done. And who are you going to draw into your world? Unconditionally loving, incredible beings, because you stepped up your light. So I'm encouraging everybody, forget about the game. Forget about how things are going to happen. Let go of thinking you need to know what the end result is. Well, how much of this am I going to get? How much of that am I going to get? Well, how am I going to get it? And how do I plan every little detail? No, 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 no. Go with the flow. Go to the middle point of that rope in that tug of war. Hold up your hands and say, I let go. I release. Here you go, universe. Let me see what miracle you're going to hand to me today. All right. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Don't forget to hit like or subscribe. Check out the hypnosis video. It's fun. And just be love. Love you.